Hello, class. Today I'm going to be talking about what motivates me. I'm at a pretty good point in my life, I think, where I understand that I need to do what I need to do, and I need to go through school and work hard and just do all the right things to get myself to where I need to be. And I was not always like that. I, not too long ago, was on a bad trajectory, doing very poorly in school, not going to work, just not a very confident or articulate or just any of the person that I wanted to be, even though that was inside of me. I was on a really bad path. Um, let's call it when I was 16. I was using a lot of drugs. I was drinking a lot. I was doing horribly in school. I was a junior. I had really low GPA, and I had just no motivation at all to do anything. I would just trudge through school, never do my homework, have fun, come home and do drugs. And then I had a really poor relationship with my mother at the time who I was living with. My dad was out of the house, and it was just me or her and I, and it was a really bad point in my life. So I think for a lot of people, what motivates them is having these really bad experiences and growing from them. I know a lot of people who face a point in their life where they can either go on and work hard and motivate themselves to do the right thing, or they get stuck and they get trapped, and it really takes a hold on them forever. I mean, I think life is full of decisions, and if you just make the right ones at a certain point, it's never too late to get on the right trajectory. So, since then, um, I have put my drug use in control. I'm doing school, obviously. I'm trying to do really well in school. I achieved a pretty good GPA last semester. I work every day. I, you know, I'm better than I was. I'm on the right path. I have a goal in mind. I have a 5-year plan of getting into a state school and then graduate school for architecture and things like that. And I think with a lot of that, with choosing to take a responsibility in my life, came a lot of maturity, confidence, the whole 9 yards. It probably just comes with growing up. You know, 16-year-olds and 20-year-olds are really different people, and I'm glad I turned out the way that I did from where I was. And I'll tell you, man, growing up in a low income, poor family with an alcoholic father, drug abusive mother, uh, she's a paranoid schizophrenic. I mean, life was not easy for me at all growing up. My brothers and sisters have their own issues to deal with. That's beside the point. I grew up probably, if life is a race, then everybody else had, a 10-foot start or whatever. I was clearly behind the curve on parental nature and things like that, and I had to figure out a lot of that for myself. I mean, I was homeless at 16. After that, after I finally got my car, I just moved into my car, and I was still going to school at the time in high school, and just I was pretty much being raised by my friends at the age of 14. So life was really hard, and what I'm trying to say is that there comes a point in your life when you have to buckle down and realize this is what I need to do. I'm going to take some responsibility for the suffering that is my life and turn it into a positive and be okay with that suffering. And I think that really is what life is all about, is being okay with the tragedy that is life and learning to deal with it better and coping with that. And through all of that, enduring the pain and turning that into your own personal successes. So you just do that through setting goals for yourself, and if you're never aiming at something, you can never hit a target. So just set a goal for yourself and uh, you know move towards it rapidly. Life is a race, and you're racing everybody around you. And when you put it like that, it seems obviously there's something better that everybody can be doing. And what you can do for yourself is just sit on the foot of your bed and say, what am I doing every day in my life that I could be doing better? That's taking advantage of me and just holding me back. And the answer will hit you really fast. I think everybody knows of things that they could be doing better, and if you just take that as a responsibility instead of just blowing it off, then life becomes a lot more manageable that way. It seems overwhelming when you lack the discipline, but those are things that can be earned. Not everybody is this rounded off, well-over person. You have to learn and understand the characteristics that are maybe not so good within yourself and polish them off and say, yeah, I'm going to grow and improve in these areas. So, coming from a really hard life did motivate me, and it's sort of this heaven and hell scenario where now I have the goals in front of me and a thing to aim at, which is cool because when you think of an idea for yourself and think of a scenario in life that you want to achieve, then you can kind of predict the future in that way. You can control your own fate in the future, and you can say, if I do this amount of things or these certain actions within the next 2 to 3 years, however long or however what your goal is, then I can change the future for myself in that way. And also, you know what your life would look like if you didn't do that. So you have something to run away from as well. I think that's a really important idea. That's the idea of heaven and hell, something to move forward rapidly at, and then something to run the hell away from there. Because, I know a lot of people, it's not just me, but coming from poverty is something that can really just encapsulate you, man, and hold you down forever. And I think to myself probably every day that I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the blue collar working alcoholic person that was my dad, and I don't want to be the drug user that was my mother. So I have to do the things in life that are hard and take dedication and concentration, but are necessary and important for me to succeed. So when you look at it like that, it becomes a lot easier. And I hope you enjoyed my speech, and thanks a lot for watching.